Hey, I'm Keith Combs with Trophy Bass Guide Service. I'm here today with my good friend Tim Renault with Power Tackle Lures and Rods, and we just got done filming here on Lake Amistad. It's June 8th, and we had a pretty good day. You know, they kind of fooled us a little bit. We didn't get any topwater bites, which is a real common pattern this time of year, but we did pretty good casting a Texas rig worm on some little offshore points where the channels are kind of bending in. We caught fish from 28 to what, caught them out to 44 foot of water, I guess, which is a strong pattern, and a guy can probably come out here right now and catch 50 or 60 fish a day, and a couple of them will be real big fish. And that's a good pattern to work the rest of the summer. And kind of what we did this afternoon is we kind of moved into a kind of a back creek area, and we started flipping. And that produced our biggest fish, about a 7-pounder that Tim caught. And we caught several fish doing that, which is another good technique this time of year to catch them on. The lake's in real good shape. It's full of a lot of big fish. It's been taking 27 to 28 on up to, I think there was a 37-pound sack weight in here this year. So the lake's in great shape. We've had a pretty good day on them. And looks like with the way the grass is and the bait fish population this year, we got nothing but good things to look forward to for the rest of the year and for years to come. Lake's in good shape. It's actually only a few feet low right now. So everything's good. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye-bye.
Finally, the perfect solution for fishermen who wear prescription glasses. Fitovers provide the ultimate sunlight solution with their premium polarized lenses and wraparound protection. Fitovers give fishermen the ability to see their target before it sees them. Fitovers, the original, the best.
Pretty good to get a bite. Well, that's the first one of the morning, and all the fish here on Amistad this year look real good. They're filled out. We're here today on Amistad. We've come across the Mexican side. It's the first bite we've had so far. We'll plan on catching some real big ones later on today, but that's kind of the start to the morning. Here's one. There we go.
Is that a guide through?
It is a guide through. You know, almost every one of these little corners that we stop on has got fish on them, but they really have been small schools today. So hopefully we can get into some big ones. You know, a couple weeks ago there were really a lot of this kind of fish, 3-pound fish up to 6-pound fish. And we did hang one big one out there, but maybe things will pick up now that the sun's getting out. They'll push out here because there's bait fish all over them. There you go.
I was just letting him eat it, waiting for you to quit talking. He did for me.
You just have to go through so many fish, and you never know out here. They're going to be a 6-inch bass. Like we've caught some that have just been 6 inches long. A 3-pounder, 4-pounder. We really only had one good bite, and we probably hit 6 holes. Before long, we're going to change up and go and flip the grass because it's obvious, you know, the fish have changed. The grass is growing taller, and I think the big fish are probably bunched up underneath that.
He's coming up again right there.
Kind of a little bit about the technique that we're fishing right now is we're flipping the grass, we're flipping the edge of the grass primarily, kind of keying on little drains, that make kind of a distinct edge. Right now the grass is growing out to about 24 to 26 foot, so we want to position our boat in that depth and kind of flip to the front. And this technique works real good, especially when you got two people, because these fish, what they'll do is they'll get in a small group, a small pack of 2 to 6, we've caught as many as 9 fish out of what we call a scrape. And mostly what we're looking to do is cover a lot of water and stay right on the edge of that grass and punch through it and just kind of activate the fish. And once you get one hooked up, your partner can flip right in there, and a lot of times he can hook up, and a lot of times he'll even hook the biggest fish in the school. A little bit about the equipment that this technique, like I said, you're fishing through matted hydrilla and trees, 24 to 28 foot of water. So you have to use heavy line. We're using a 65-pound test braid. We're using a Power Tackle PT 104.5. This rod has a palming grip. You hold it like that, and gives you just a tremendous amount of power when you're setting the hook and wrenching a big fish. We're going to use a big reel with a big grip, and mostly what these fish are going to be feeding on is going to be small perch. They feed on some crawfish at times, but they hit a lot of perch. And we're using a kind of a new bait that's fixing to hit the market. It's made by Power Tackle. It's called the lateral perch, and it's the same size as when we catch a fish. A lot of times they'll spit one of these up in a live well. A lot of times when you get into some real good grass fishing, you'll find them floating around the boat. So Tim kind of designed this bait to look like the perch. This one weighs 1.75 ounces, so it's going to get down quick. It's going to punch through that mat. And it's got a great big hook and a weed guard. Hardly ever gets hung. Kind of when it's going down through the water, it just kind of has a gliding motion like that.
You see the hook comes out the side, and it mimics an injured bait fish, like when it's wounded or something, it turns over on its side and it's struggling. That's kind of how this deal glides around on its side.
But the grass fishing here at times gets, we've caught, he caught one about 7. We caught several fish doing it today. It's a little bit early in the year, and the grass is just kind of starting to edge out. But here with the next few weeks and a lot of grass lakes across Texas, there's no other way to win a tournament than flipping grass in the summertime a lot of times. So it's a technique that you need to practice up on. Amistad's a great place to come do it, and check this bait out. It'll really catch them.
Yeah, like Keith said earlier this morning, we were on the outside of the grass, like in 27, 28 foot on Texas Ridge. The sun came out, got a little brighter. We got up in it a little thicker, started flipping. Same thing, it's just some areas we moved farther back in the creek where the grass is growing earlier this year, and it's kind of thick. But flipping lateral perch, new bait from Power Tackle. On 65 braid. Can't get it out.
That's what this is. A little bit better fish. That's that one on the drop shot. It's out in 38 foot. I just seen a few on the graph. We're fishing this point. Maybe we've been keying on about 27 foot this morning. That's the outside edge of the grass. So that's a little bit better fish. Catches a few more of those.
Finally, the perfect solution for fishermen who wear prescription glasses. Fitovers provide the ultimate sunlight solution with their premium polarized lenses and wraparound protection. Fitovers give fishermen the ability to see their target before it sees them. Fitovers, the original, the best.